Hello. So I'm gonna speak, and this is one where if I post it, I won't be surprised if it strikes some people negatively. But that's not the purpose. But I want to kind of say what is on my mind as a result of finding out that Dr. John has died. Okay. Rest in peace, Dr. John Rebenak, from New Orleans, great historical figure, amazing musician. However, as some of you know, I am not a bluesy listener. I'm not a swampy listener. Now, I've been to New Orleans and I love the people and the culture, but I don't like to listen to the music. When the blues and that swampy and down home sort of thing is going on, I want to leave. And there's a long history of this in my life. It brings to mind something. I had a friend who, she's gone now, but she relocated to Omaha from New Orleans, and we worked and became real close friends for a long time. And she was an artist and was a friend of George Porter of the Meters, as well as many other musicians. And they were still in touch. She was an amazing woman. Anyway, as we got to know each other well, and I would share my music with her, Jo was real honest with me and a good friend. And she says, "Why don't I hear roots in your music? How come? Where's the roots in your music? Where's the blues? It's got to be there." And my response was, why does it have to? I just have always, there's a lot of reasons that I think there's reasons for it. The main reason for it is PTSD associated with being abused as a child, and that being associated with the sound of the blues while some really fucked up things were happening to me and around me. And it's just, it's a fairly permanent damage, okay? And so that's what is arisen. I see the accolades and the love much deserved for Dr. John being poured out on social media. And I understand it. But I don't own a Dr. John record and have never bought one. And I don't choose to listen to down home music like that. I just, like I said. And I have had people, try to have an issue with me, like there's something wrong with me. Well, I will be the first to admit that have my issues, but I'm not going to say I'm right or wrong to be the odd man out. That's the other thing I know. I'm the odd man out. Everyone loves the sound of the earthy sound of the blues. It's in everything, and it's in my playing. But it's an expression. It's not me wanting to play the blues or that swamp get down thing or that voodoo thing even. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to Dr. John, but this is what's on my mind, and this is what I'd like to share. My friend Jo came to mind right away, and she just was adamant that, people want that connection, that earthy connection that they can relate to. Everyone can relate to the feeling of the blues, and I can too, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Matter of fact, I'll share this. I am rehearsing now for the Nebraska Music Hall of Fame ceremony at the end of the month. I'll be accompanying some other musicians who are receiving awards, and it's been put upon us to supply. I'm going to be doing mine to a backing track, but Camille Matoyer Moten is a local singer who I'm actually related to. And she can really sing. She's a jazz, soul, blues singer. So I'm going to be backing her up. So I've had to relearn, God Bless the Child. I used to play it. I've had to learn Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I've had to learn Etta James's big hit At Last. So when I learn things, because I don't read music, I listen to it, and I learn it by repetition, and then it gets ingrained. So I have the blues and God Bless the Child in my mind right now all the time, because I'm practicing the bass parts every day. And it doesn't take me to a place that I want to be. And I feel like I'm not just speaking for myself. I think there are a few other people out there that are like me, who are the odd people out, where it's like, it's not necessary to have it be rooted in the blues for me to feel it. I feel the blueness of all kinds of music. Irish music, which doesn't use necessarily blues changes, but can be very sad and blue. I really relate to that. When I recently heard the original form from Africa, where the blues came from, and some of its original uses, it was a revelation, because the blues is celebratory when it's put in that context. Very seldom is it that the case here in America that I hear it that way. And the other thing, like I said, is that I have this knee-jerk reaction physically, and I do think it's because of my history. So I want to share that. I want you to know that about me, Does it make a difference? Probably not. It might to some. It makes a difference to me to share it. To try to, don't we all want to be understood? I want to be understood, especially knowing that I'm an odd man out. I'm not a typical person like you, like I'm stereotyped, when I meet people, the assumptions they make just because of my skin color and my sex, being a man, and other things, being tall. It doesn't happen every time, but it happens all the time. And it really irritates. So in that way, I am a rebel. I am who I am. I don't feel obligated to play and I've been told this recently by musicians that I love and respect, and they keep telling me, you have to, I do know the blues, and they're right. You have to know the blues. But I've been told that I have to love the blues, And I'll say it again. Deep inside I do. But it's not the place that I want to be. And if I could rearrange the musical fabric of society where another kind of music besides the blues, which is which is positive and future thinking, if that was on the same level, which it is not, that's what I would do. That's the kind of thing I try to put in my music. I don't hear it in this other music like Dr. John or the blues. That's probably why some people don't like my music, because I have no need to put it there. I'm actually trying to make music the opposite of it, or without it. So that's what I have to say in regards to the truly amazing Mac Rebennack, Dr. John. I do recognize his talent. Now, when I was looking, I went on Discogs and looked at his credits to see, I probably got something that he plays on. And he's listed in the credits of Freakout, but I don't know if that is because he's one of the people in that. Is that the album where the list is? I haven't looked, or if he actually plays on it. But I looked at all the other records, and I don't have any of those records. It's just not what I like. But much respect to him. Please understand that. Much respect to Dr. John.